Hello. Are you being bullied? Do you know someone who is being bullied? Well, stick around till the end of the video where I'm going to share my opinions and I'm going to share my experience. If you like what we discuss on this channel, please consider subscribing and to tap the little bell icon so that you do not miss anything that I put out. Now, first I'll start with my story. When I was a young boy, before my teens, even into my teens, there was I'll just be kind and say a kid, I won't say imbecile, but there was a kid in this town that used to just bully me, terrorize me, and this went on for years. He never would call names, but he would always use his fist, punch me in the face, punch me in the stomach. I could not go to the playground without having one eye on the games I was playing and one eye looking for him to be coming up and abusing me. I thought that this was going to be my life for the rest of my life, that nothing was ever going to change. Well, I was wrong. Now, as I said, I was bullied, and the only thing that separates me from you is just our age. I was sitting exactly where you're sitting at one time. So anyways, as I said, this went on for years. It changed my life because I couldn't do anything without having to watch for him. And if I seen him coming, maybe taking a different path home so that I can avoid him. And this went on for years. Now, one particular day, when I was walking down at the flats, at a big field where I live, and I was walking in the flats, I seen not only this guy, but another kid with him, and they were walking up. Now, they were walking up in the direction of where my house was, so I couldn't run toward my house because I would run right into them, and I certainly couldn't run away because I would be running into the next town. And so I just reserved myself that this is going to be another day of abuse, and they did. For some strange reason, though, they did not pound on me. Well, what they did, it was snowy out, and they threw me down. They threw me down in the mud, and as I would try to get back up before I would get my balance back, the other one would throw me down, and I had a field day doing this. Now, I went home, and I was kind of thankful. I thought, well, I'm wet, I'm muddy, but I'm not beat up. I went home, and my big brother, now my big brother was deaf. My big brother asked me in his language what happened, and I told him that two kids basically threw me around, roughed me up. Now my brother went and he got clean clothes for me and he helped me change into them, and I thought, boy, this is nice of him. But he had an ulterior motive. Once he got me dressed, he handed me his my coat, got his coat, and he told me in his language, he told me that I'm going to fight these boys one at a time. Now, I was terrified of that because, like I said, this kid bullied me for years and I just didn't know what was going to happen. I even said prayers about it and I begged God for a solution. Actually, I begged that he would be vaporized, but that never happened. And so I went along with it because I didn't want my big brother to be disappointed in me, and I didn't want to get in trouble with him because I feared him more than I feared the bully. Now, as we were walking to confront the first guy, who actually was the main bully, a thought popped into my mind. When I was in junior high school, a bigger kid who was also a bully, but he picked on a smaller kid, and the smaller kid was having none of it. This kid fought like a tiger. He fought like a tiger, and this popped into my mind. And I thought, well, if it's got to come to that, then that's what I've got to do. So, anyways, the ritual was anytime there was a fight in the neighborhood, is you went to the company store because they had a nice lawn, or you just hopped into the yard where you were standing. It didn't have to be your yard, but you went into the yard and you duked it out, which is what the case was. So I told him we're going to go into the yard now and we're going to fight this out. And I didn't give him a chance to do anything. He usually would take off his glasses. I took them off for him with a beautiful right hook to the side of his head. And I didn't stop. I just fought like a tiger. I fought. I slammed him. I did everything. Now, he got a couple of licks in on me, but I was just focused on ending this abuse once and for all. So anyways, to make a long story short, his mom come down, collected him, and that was the end of it. And from that day on, he would throw an insult or two at me, but sticks and stones. I wasn't worried about that, but he never abused me again. When we went to the second kid, he just started crying. And I told my brother that, I can't. I'm not going to do that because it would bring me down to their level. And so, of course, my brother, he had to really just take advantage of the situation, puts his face in the kid's face and goes boo like that, just to get a rouse out of him. But I didn't fight him. I didn't want to fight him. Anyways, that ended the bullying altogether. Now, I'm not saying that that's your solution. I'm not saying that that's the only way you're going to conquer this is by fighting. But it was the only way that I could have done anything about it. It was the only way I could have done to stop it. Talk to your parents, talk to your friends, talk to your counselors about solutions. I'm sure they can help. But most important, what I want to tell you right now is do not hurt yourself. There are kids that have ended their lives because of abuse. Now, listen, the abuse is not going to last forever. Think about that. It's not going to last forever. You're going to get older. You're going to go to college. You're going to get a job, get married, or whatever. You're going to move out, and that's going to be the end of it. So stick it out. No matter what happens, stick it out. It's not going to last. You're worth more than that. Okay? And if you did hurt yourself, I'm going to tell you a couple things that's going to achieve. Number one, that is going to give the bully or bullies final victory, the ultimate victory, because now they've defeated you completely. Don't give that to them. Number two, it's going to cause so much pain for your loved ones, your mom, your dad, your brothers, sisters, your friends. I had a friend that took his own life. And we were not kids. He was an adult. We were both adults. And he took his own life. And even 20 some years later, I still think, what could I have done? And I still miss him. You would put your family, your friends through a lifetime of extreme emotional pain. You love them, so don't do that to them. Stick around, okay? I want you also to remember something. A bully will only bully somebody if he can. People that don't fight back, people that cry, people that argue that I'm not what you say I am, they feed on that. They feed on that. And when you do that, you give them exactly what they're looking for. I said in one of my videos that I live near an airport and there's a jet taking off, so just bear with me with that. So where was I? Oh yeah. So you'll give them the ultimate victory when you give them what they want. Bullies are very insecure people who do not like themselves. That's a fact. That is a fact. And why they bully is because that's power to them, and that's the only thing they have. So that's why they bully. Okay. Um, but like I said, you need to talk to your friends. You need to talk to your counselors or your parents, but don't hurt yourself. Now, I invite you to please leave a comment in the comment section, and I promise I'll answer every comment, every question. Tell me your story. Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can point you in the right direction. Okay. And, but again, and I can't stress this enough, don't harm yourself. Now, if I would have chosen that route and harmed myself, that would have been the end. He would have won. And I'm going to tell you something. As I said, it's temporary. It's not going to last forever. And I've had many, 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 many more good years compared to just a few years when I was bullied. Okay? So stick around. Um, Talk to your friends, talk to your parents about it. Uh, Leave me a message and we can talk about it. But don't harm yourself. The person that is bullying you or the persons that are bullying you are not worth it. They're not worth the time of day. If you're being bullied on social media, here's a suggestion: stay off of social media. When social media started, it was a great way for friends to connect, for families to connect, but it's turned into a regular crapshoot right now. So I would advise you just stay off of it. Not too much good comes from social media. If you feel like you have to be a social butterfly, then change your name, start a new account, and only have your tight circle of friends. Okay, well, I hope that that helps. I want to help you because, like I said, from the depths of my soul, I feel your pain. I know exactly what you're going through. And again, don't do anything. Life's going to get better. I promise. In the meantime, I hope you have a good day. Please take care of yourself. Please stay close to your family. Know that I love you, and I will see you again. Thank you.